Welcome back to the show, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Today's topic is going to be incremental methods of self-improvement. So I feel like sometimes we have a lot of pressure to achieve certain things, I guess, or like we're not making progress like we should, or we need to, we're pushed in a direction maybe, or feel that we need to kind of do everything all at once, right? Um, Instead of dissecting things or making small changes, sometimes people, well, most of the time people go, totally over the top with anything that they want to do. It's not, there's no longevity in it, unfortunately, because it's just too much all at one time and you get burned out, and it's hard to make that many changes all at once, right? So, when we talk about dieting or exercise, or trying to better organize our life, or maybe we take on added responsibilities. Maybe our kids get involved in extracurricular activities that we now have to roll into our normal routine. It can make things very difficult, right? So, but as humans, well, I think most humans, we're always trying to maybe change or improve upon ourselves, right? That's the whole theory behind, evolution, right? Over time, humans evolve. Well, us in a lifetime, we evolve, whether it be interests or relationships or careers. We're always kind of moving forward a little bit. So with that said, I'm going to give you some tips today to maybe make things a little easier on yourself when you're, a little less stressful and a little less anxiety when you're trying to make some changes in life. So number one, we're going to start with something that we, I talk about quite often, is dieting, right? Dieting, eating healthier, whatever you want to call it. Either way, what we're trying to do is we're trying to lose some of our spare tire, little, be a little bit less of a fat ass, I guess. We'll, if I can put it bluntly. But anyway, some incremental methods to maybe start a diet or to begin the transition into eating healthier is number one is going to be skip dessert. Now, I'm a huge dessert person, especially when it comes to ice cream or cookies, especially homemade chocolate chip cookies. So, those are my weaknesses. And, quite often I get that craving at night for something sweet, right? There's the joke out there of the immensely overweight individual saying, "Oh, I'm looking for something sweet," right? Desserts, everything in life is good in moderation, really, and a lot of this list has to do with moderation. So, if you eat dessert every night, maybe start skipping a couple nights a week or one night a week, right? Start there, gradually build up till you're having desserts maybe once a week or on a special occasion, something like that. That's really, kind of, getting rid of that sugar, those extra calories, that kind of extra meal, I guess, if that's what snack, whatever you want to call it. That's going to help you start kind of, losing calories, right? Dieting is all about, well, most of the time is all about calorie deficit. Depending on who you look at or what you listen to or what you read or watch. So the next thing is drink water instead of something else at least once a day. If you are a Mountain Dew fanatic, like I once was, um, you know, we have to, our body is mostly water. We have to have water. And yes, Mountain Dew is made with water, but it's made with a bunch of other bad shit. So it kind of cancels it out. So, if you are going to, if you have a Mountain Dew at, 10 or 11 a.m., maybe replace that with a glass of water. You can throw, some sugar-free flavoring or something in it, or some. Personally, me, I like lemon juice in my water. Lemon water kind of for me works out pretty well. But yeah, it's just start with replacing one drink a day with water. Cook one meal yourself once a week instead of ordering or eating out. I am a huge lover of pizza and chicken wings. Shit is terrible for you. But that's kind of been a staple in my home ever since I was a little kid. Usually Friday nights or Saturdays we order pizza. Too hot in the summer to cook inside? Order pizza. Every gas station you go to up here has pizza. So pizza is very widely available and kind of a traditional thing, I guess, in my family. So, but we do cook a lot at home. Number one, well, I don't know about these days, but usually the idea of cooking at home not only is a money saver, but you're going to provide yourself a healthier meal. So if you like getting pizza on Fridays, maybe make your own pizza or English muffin pizzas or something like that. If you're stopping by the drive-through every night from work, even, and I know for a lot of single people too, especially, or very busy people, that stopping by the drive-through or a deli or something is a very normal habit because it's just you, right? But you cook a meal yourself, you're going to taste a difference in quality. You're going to, it's something that you cooked. You'll enjoy it a lot more, and it'll be a lot better for you too. You control the ingredients, you control where they come from, how it's cooked. Something that you pick up maybe deep fried in vegetable oil, which is terrible for you. You can fry it in beef tallow if you want, or maybe a healthier oil. So there's a lot of advantages to cooking yourself, but just try it once a week. Once a week when you have a spare minute, some spare time, and it doesn't have to be anything overly complicated. Just go ahead and cook something yourself. The next one may be hard for some people, but I don't know. We'll add a vegetable to your dinner. Growing up, my parents' household, we have meat, potato, vegetable every dinner. Didn't except for spaghetti. Sorry, not everything, but except for spaghetti. Even when we would have hamburger helper, another thing that's terrible for you, but it is like my kryptonite. It's my favorite thing. I like to mix frozen peas in with mine. That's just my thing. My favorite meal, I have it on my birthday just about every year because my wife is not a hamburger helper fan. But needless to say, you can you can add a vegetable. I would avoid canned vegetables, but frozen vegetables now have become much more convenient. You just slap the whole bag in the microwave, cook it for about 5.5 minutes, and you got steamed vegetables. And pick something you like, and you can season it how you want. Fry your vegetables if you want or saute rather in a frying pan. I'm not a big boiled boiled vegetable fan, but that's just me. I don't like boiled vegetables, and I don't really like canned vegetables either. But add a vegetable to your dinner every day, or at least start with that one meal that you're going to cook once a week for yourself. Add a good vegetable to it. Air fry instead of deep fry. I know air fryers have taken the world by storm. At least a couple years ago they did. And, obviously it's no surprise that when you are submerging something in a vat of, most of the time, seed oil, probably not the healthiest for you, right? So air fryer is great. I love the air fryer. It's really convenient and easy. I don't know. And personally, I like to use it to like heat stuff up. Especially if we had, maybe like if we made fried chicken one night, I would stick that back in the air fryer and heat it back up. It's fairly quick, and you can get really high temperatures, pretty fast. And then the last thing that I have, which, I'm sure there's more. And if you have more, please let me know. Email the show. The email addresses, or get a hold of me on Instagram or one of the social medias where you follow me. And please, I would love to hear your suggestions for incremental methods of self-improvement. But lastly is choose leaner meats. Avoid your hamburger. Anything high in fat, duck, you're going to want to stick to your turkey, chicken, steak. Venison, if you can get your hands on it, absolutely wonderful. Love it. But yeah, choose a leaner meat. It's, bison. Bison was a big thing before. If you can find that, I don't know. But yeah, leaner meats. Better for you, less fat. Obviously, like when it comes to chicken breasts over chicken thighs, just better. So our next section, or our next segment, I guess, is going to be exercise. I fucking hate to exercise. I absolutely hate it. And I know, if you followed along on some of our stuff, you saw me getting up at 4:30, 5 a.m. and taking a walk for, about a mile or so. I'm going to be honest, it didn't last long. Something I need to work on myself, right? I, put my, kind of said to myself that this was something I was going to start doing, so that way I can lose weight, become healthier. And, I fucked it up. So, but there are some things, other thing people, especially with the first of the year coming up here pretty soon, people are going to start going to the gyms. That's a whole fucking to do as well. You got to like plan for it and all this other shit. But there are ways to exercise that you can wrap into your normal day. That aren't as intrusive. It doesn't have to be planned. You don't have to really take too much time away. So number one is going to be take the stairs. Take this for what it's worth. If you are have a heart condition, maybe we shouldn't walk to the 10th floor up the stairs. But maybe a set of stairs or two. The thing that I noticed, moving back to upstate New York from Florida, I fucking hate stairs. There are really no stairs in Florida. Everything's either on a slight hill and on every house I lived in was a ranch. But yeah, this house I live in now, with the basement, I mean, technically we got 3 fucking stories. So I got 2 sets of stairs that I gotta haul my fat ass up and down all the fucking time, and I absolutely hate it. But is more beneficial for you, strength wise, for your legs. And also, obviously, we burn more calories going upstairs. Second thing is something that my kids bitch about every fucking time they're with me. But I still do it anyway. Is I park in the back of the parking lot. Number one, I park it became a habit because my work truck is bigger than a normal vehicle, I guess we'll say. So I kind of have to take up two spots, and I don't want to be that dick that's close to the door taking up two spots. And I also don't want somebody dinging my truck with their door or whatever. So I park all the way in the back, but you're going to get those added steps in there. So it's it's uh, it's going to be a lot healthier, right? That's going to add to your step count for the day, and it really doesn't take any more time. What's it take? Maybe another minute or two to to walk into the store from the back of the parking lot. Let's see, number 3 here. Walk somewhere instead of drive. If you live in an area like myself, which this probably doesn't apply to everybody, but I live. Well, I have fulfilled my teenage dream of living within walking distance of a Taco Bell. Not that I frequent there very often, but I do work fairly close to my home. My second job at the car wash there is pretty close to my house, and occasionally I walk there. In the morning, nice walk. After being down there and working for 8 hours, busting my ass, and don't sit down for 2 seconds, the walk home blows. I'll be honest. But nevertheless, I'm getting those extra steps in. I'm getting that exercise. It's a good, solid day of exercise. Let's see. Go shopping instead of ordering everything. I did an experiment one time, and we were grocery orderers only because of time management. It was much easier for us to order groceries and have them delivered than, we don't have a whole lot of time. Even now, I think it's been like, this will be week number 2. We haven't been to the grocery store yet because we just haven't found time. The wife, she started a second job, and I have my second job, and we work opposite days. And hockey season is finally here. It started this weekend. A lot of home openers, so hockey season is here. So we have a hockey game to go to. So I don't have a whole lot of time to go to the grocery store. But with that said, I did do an experiment one time. We went to Walmart to go grocery shopping, just a regular grocery trip. And I set my Apple Watch to an exercise or a workout, indoor walk. And you would be surprised how many steps you get in going up and down every aisle and getting your groceries for yourself instead of having them delivered. So there's something to think about. These are, and again, there's more, but these are ways that you can work exercise into your everyday routines. And it's not invasive. It's not time consuming. Very simple, easy stuff. The next section we're going to move into is sleep. I don't require a whole lot of sleep. You would think that possibly I'm part meth head, but I promise you I'm not. I don't know. I think over years of just training myself, or maybe the job that I do, I don't need a lot of sleep. I used to. Not so much anymore. Maybe it's a getting older thing. I don't really know. But my wife thinks that I'm like some kind of super mutant because I only need like 5.5 hours of sleep a night, which is common for a lot of people. 5.5 to 6 hours is pretty normal for a lot of people. But when it comes to sleep, so the idea here is I like to get up early. Whether I needed the extra sleep or not, I like to get up early. It's my quiet time in the morning, allows me to do kind of my routine, hang out, relax, collect myself. And sadly, September through June, I'm usually bitching at kids to get out of bed and get dressed. So it's not totally by choice that I get up, but for the most part it is. So go to bed 15 minutes earlier. You would be very surprised. So we all know that it takes time to wind down, and so that way you can fall asleep. Unless you're like me, and as soon as I hit the pillow, I crash right out. I may have some some things assisting me with that. But that's kind of the deal. That's what happens. So we head up to bed 15 minutes earlier. That's going to allow you to start your routine a little bit early, so you can get into bed a little bit earlier and get just that much more sleep. Use background noise. I use background noise unless we have the air conditioner going, which 98% of the time we do, especially in the winter too, because it gets hot upstairs. Yeah, I use background noise, white noise machine, whatever you want to call it. That's what I use. Throw on some rain or some waves or whatever. Refrain from turning on the TV a few nights a week. We are very big into watching TV in our room before bed. I know it's a terrible habit. A lot of people do it. There's issues with. I think there's issues if you allow it to be an issue. For us, it's not really an issue. But there's been I suppose issues in society where if you have a TV in your room, your kind of your romance life is sort of goes downhill, and that's a big thing that these couples counselors or therapists say. Take the TV out of your room, whatever. I don't know. For us, it's not a huge deal. Kind of like having the TV up there. It kind of allows us to watch something together, and we can kind of wind down, and not an issue as far as our relationship goes. So, but yeah, it can affect you. The light can affect you from getting good enough sleep, especially if you fall asleep with it on. I know for a lot of people that's a common habit. So, yeah, you need to avoid doing that. Let's see. And the next thing, lower the temperature in your home at night. So studies show, and I don't know what studies exactly. I don't know. Fucking Google it. Everybody has a phone these days. But I have heard that studies show that when the temperature is lower in your room, lower in your home at night, again, cost cutting measure, will save you a little change. But you get better sleep. It's just, I don't know why exactly. I forget. But, go ahead and fucking look it up. But yeah, lower the temperature in your home at night. That's definitely a method to help you get sleep faster, sleep better. So you can go ahead and do that. Let's see. Next is productivity. So being productive for me is always something that I kind of hold high, right? Like, I want to stay organized. I want to be productive. I don't really like to waste too much time. But anything that I can make my life easier and get everything done that I need to, kind of be a little more in control, I guess, of my life. Thank God it's Oktoberfest season, by the way. But the productivity is always important. So get ready for the next day the night before. And I kind of talked about this last episode with being on time, ways to be on time, but also is a productivity thing. So get ready for the next day the night before. Lay out your clothes, pack your lunch, etc., etc., etc. I don't mean to repeat myself. Shower the night before or whatever. If you want to hear more on that, go ahead back to the last episode where I talk about being on time. Next thing is get up 20 minutes earlier. I get up like hours before I have to leave for work. It allows me to collect myself and kind of do my routine or get ready for the day in a more a slower paced, more relaxed method. So, yeah, get up 20 minutes earlier. And again, 20 minutes is really not all that much time that you're going to be missing out as far as sleep. But, that goes along with, we go to bed 15 minutes earlier, right? If we follow our sleep suggestions. But yeah, 20 minutes earlier, getting up, not a big deal. And you'll just feel much more relaxed. And it's small. I'm not saying get up 3 hours, The next thing is don't hit snooze. When your alarm goes off, get up and get yourself ready to go. Do what you got to do. Get up out of bed. Again, there is some methods for you in the past, the last episode, to help you avoid doing that. Use apps on your phone. I use the reminder app on my phone that we share calendar amongst the family. My notes app on my personal phone, my iPad, and my work phone, all full of ideas, stuff like that, organizational things. I use the shit out of those. There's all kinds of different apps that you can use, obviously, because we're trying to be productive. Maybe for you, a paper calendar is better because you get distracted by your phone, or carrying around a little notebook, either or. But yeah, it's if that's an issue for you, maybe look into those things. But yeah, I use the crap out of quite a few organizational or productivity apps on my phone. The next thing is plan meals ahead of time. This is something that we used to do, and it really doesn't take all that long. You can have this conversation with your family while you're sitting there watching TV, and the question is, guys, what do you want to eat for dinner this week? Pretty easy. You gather the ideas, throw it on your shopping list, and away you go. And then there's no, stress of what am I going to make for dinner, or standing there scratching your head. You already know what you're having. Make yourself a little menu, throw it on in the calendar, the calendar app, or on the refrigerator. And it really just takes a few minutes. This is not one that I do, but I've heard of people doing this. Brush your teeth in the shower. I don't know if you're okay with that. By all means, go ahead. Give it a shot. It'll, it's one less step, I guess, in your day, and you can kind of make it part of your routine. The next thing is, especially if you have ever worked in a kitchen or as a chef, clean as you go. Can be pretty simple. Just as you're cooking, maybe at home, rinse stuff off, throw it in the dishwasher, wipe down counters. If you are in the bathroom and see a pile of clothes, grab the pile of clothes on your way out the door. Things like that, kind of as you're, I'm not saying carry around a rag and Windex in your hand at all times when you're home, but, try to make it more of a habit to sort of clean as you're wandering around the house, And then lastly, use automation, which on the last episode I suggested this too, and I kind of got tripped up with things as far as like being on time. But again, automatic coffee maker, set your timer or whatever, and go ahead. And I know like ovens and stuff are smart as well. Crock pot maybe. They have smart crock pots now. If you need to, just recently Apple released the new version of iOS, and now you can actually set a timer to send a message, for a time and day. So So use that automation. If you post stuff on social media, if you're a content creator or influencer or whatever the fuck, you can use automation for that kind of stuff. Make your life a little easier. Use it to your advantage. Whatever you kind of have around. Lights turning on for you. Fans turning on. There's all kinds of switches and sockets and all kinds of lights, all kinds of shit these days that do everything automatically. So use that, set that up, and use it to your advantage, and it's one less thing you have to think about. Next thing is parenting. This is, well, we'll just go through. I'm not gonna. I guess I won't bash myself too much, but send it a text, which I'm really bad at this, and I need to kind of change this myself. But send a text to check in, especially if it's if you have older kids. I have older kids. I don't live in the house anymore, and basically I hear what's going on with them through my wife. And of course I'm always available if they need me. But checking in with your kids, is important. Just send a quick text message. You don't have to sit on the phone for 20 minutes or whatever. Just try to be more mindful of it. And, again, we're talking incremental methods here. So, maybe do it once a week and then, maybe twice a week, build that up. Kids always want to know that their step parents are always there for them. I don't talk to my kids as much as I should, and it's something I need to work on myself. Plan one thing a week to do something special. Whether it be, making breakfast or, renting a movie, something. Do something small. It'll go a long way. Your kids will appreciate it. And again, we're just adding little drops of improvement in our life. So it doesn't have to be anything huge. You don't have to bring home a fucking pony, just something small. On to the next one. Stop on your way home, pick up a treat, grab a half a gallon ice cream or some cupcakes or, a pizza, right? Chinese food, whatever, pick something up and bring it home. Just especially for your kids, not for anybody else, just for the kids. And, it'll go a long way. It's, you'll be the star, the hero dad for the evening, just by doing that. The next thing is relationships. This can be rocky for some people. Number one, send a good morning or good night text. Make sure it lets your spouse know that you're thinking of them. It's and again, takes seconds, right? It's just creating the habit and reminding ourselves and being mindful to actually do it, but it takes seconds. If you know that your spouse has had a rough day or a busy day, offer to pick up dinner. Stop by, somewhere and, grab a rotisserie chicken or, something to kind of help out. Take a little bit of load off their shoulder. And again, takes 2 seconds, run in the store to grab something. The next one is the occasional butt squeeze or compliment. This is, as you're walking by, just give a little squeeze or, stop for a kiss or, something like that. Or, hey, you look nice today. Again, you can do this while you're, wandering around the house. The next one is, especially with my wife going or getting a second job now and out of the house, Assist with a chore. Assist with a chore. So, kind of do something a little extra. It doesn't have to be, again, nothing monumental. Maybe fold some laundry or put some away, or, wipe down the counters, empty the dishwasher, something like that. Something easy to start with. And, especially if you're the person who normally does that stuff is taking on more responsibility, and that'll definitely allow them to relax more and, will add value to your relationship. And last but not least, finances. Finances are, not my strong suit. Probably not my wife's strong suit either. I mean, I have a Disney wife. So if you have a Disney wife, you understand what that is all about. It is is not a person who likes to save money, but with that said, if there's serious stuff going on, like we're trying to buy a house, so we're getting very serious about our finances and trying to save money, and so we're trying to incrementally, again, we're not good at it, so we're trying to incrementally improve that. And my number one suggestion, set aside $10 a week. Throw it in an envelope, throw it in a safe, and forget about it, right? And then at the end of the year, or, something happens at the house, hot water tank goes, or you get a flat tire, something like that. You got a little extra money stashed away to kind of handle those emergencies in life. And you won't even feel it. $10, you won't even feel. Secondly is when you leave a room, turn off lights. If you have kids, they're very bad at this. I'm constantly turning off lights all the time. But, I get up in the morning and the lights are on in the kitchen. It's really kind of a pain in the ass. But, be mindful, turn off the lights. Reduce water use, when you're brushing your teeth. I don't know why I have this habit, but, I rinse my toothbrush, shut the water off, brush my teeth. I don't leave it running for some reason. I am not I'm not a fan or a believer in if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. No, flush the fucking toilet. I'll pay for the fucking toilet to be flushed. But, reduce your water use as best you can. Maybe take shorter showers, stuff like that. Avoid baths, take showers. Again, little things go a long way. Next one is limit online purchases. I am a fucking Amazon whore. I love Amazon. I love the fucking internet. I love that I can get on my phone at any point in the day and order whatever the fuck I want, as long as I have the money and it shows up to my door within hours. Okay? That to me is like shit that you used to see in sci-fi movies. However, it is fucking terrible for your bank account. So yeah, limit your online purchases. You really need to kind of weigh out wants and needs and, things of that nature. But, just try to be more financially responsible. Maybe take the Amazon app off your phone, put it on your tablet at home instead. Something that you don't always take with you. Let's see. Get creative with activities. So we, as I mentioned earlier, hockey season has started. So when we go to a hockey game, it is, I don't feel like we go all out, but I can tell you before you even walk through the doors, and mind you, I get the tickets for free. If I didn't get the tickets for free, that would be an added expense. But with free tickets, before you walk through the door, you got to pay $10, $10 to $15 to park. Okay. So $10 to $15 to park. Then you get through the doors, and now we're getting, popcorn, cheese fries, beer, sodas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I can tell you that a beer is like $13 for a 16-ounce can. And I usually have 2 of those. A box of popcorn is almost $6. It's overly ridiculously priced. Which I have made known to the survey that they probably shouldn't have fucking sent me. But yeah, it definitely is overpriced. But that's the cost of going to that thing. So for the three of us to go or four of us to go, you're talking about $100 bill right there just to go to a hockey game. And they have games sometimes twice or three times a week. Obviously, we don't go to every one, but it is something that we go to very often. So, in lieu of that, maybe we need to get more creative with our activities as far as cost cutting. So maybe what we need to do is, go take a walk, or find something free going on, or take a drive. There's all different repurpose some shit at home. I don't know. Get fucking creative with it. I don't know. I'm sure there's some blog post or some fucking shit in some magazine somewhere that'll give you a list of 95 creative activities to do with your kids or your family that are fucking inexpensive or free or cheap or whatever. Pinterest is a great place to find shit like that. So look around there, but that's just a recommendation. The next thing is shop around for necessities. And when I mean necessities, that's exactly what I mean. Toilet paper, soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, those are all necessities in life. Medicines, vitamins rather. Well, even your medicines, your prescription medicines. I'll tell you what, I was absolutely blown away at the difference in cost of medication that I had found in between, say, like Walgreens and Walmart. Very drastic difference. So shop around for all that stuff. Clip coupons. Fucking, I don't know. Most of the time, you can just by signing up for the store card. Again, takes 2 seconds because this is all incremental stuff. Very small. We're starting very small. You're going to you sign up for that store card and you get fucking digital coupons and shit on there. So that's another way to save money. Next thing is make coffee and food at home. I make coffee every morning. It's cheaper to buy a can of coffee. No, it's not your Starbucks fucking flippy do whatever the fuck and loaded full of sugar and all kinds of other garbage that you don't fucking need. But it's coffee, right? So and especially these days, there's probably 8 million YouTube videos of some white girl teaching you how to make copycat fucking frappuccinos or whatever, probably wearing fucking flannel and a Carhartt hat. It's I'm sure you can find it, right? So go ahead and find those recipes and make your shit at home. Food too. We just talked about that before. Not even from not necessarily from a financial standpoint, but from a healthy standpoint. It's going to be better for you. Make your food at home. It's cheaper in the long run, and you can get what you want. So, but with that said, that is our episode for today. This has been Incremental Methods of Self-Improvement. I hope that this has served you in some way and given you some good ideas, maybe taken away some of that anxiety or, stuff like that maybe you feel because, too many things are changing all at once. I'm not a big fan with change. But I can do things incrementally. Baby steps as Joe and I's, one of Joe and I's favorite movie, and The Cleaning Lady. What about Bob? Baby steps onto the elevator, baby steps down the stairs, baby steps every day. And these are incremental methods of, that's all about doing small things. Small things go a long way. So with that said, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody listening today. Shoot me an email if you have some other ideas on things that, ways that you could contribute to this list. Maybe, I'd love to hear them. You can find find us or find me on the social medias, Instagram, X, but I don't know. Look around, I'm there. And get a hold of us that way. And give us a follow. And like some of our stuff and interact with us. Always looking for people to interact. But with that said, thanks for being here. That's the end of the show. Take care of, and I think this is going to be my new catchphrase. And may this man rest in peace, Jerry Springer, who was such a huge impact on everyone's lives. I'm sure that are listening right now. Every kid who was at home sick during school or on vacation. People who just love trashy fucking television like myself. But take care of yourselves and each other.